Welcome to Talk to Anna. This is slow English for your heart and mind. Find a comfortable place, relax for a moment, and let's begin. Have you ever watched a video in English and understood almost everything? You knew what the speaker was saying. You understood the story. You even understood the jokes. But then someone asked you a simple question in English. And suddenly, your mind went blank. You knew the words. You knew the grammar. You had studied English for years. Yet somehow, you couldn't speak. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something. You are not alone. In fact, this happens to millions of English learners around the world. And the reason might be different from what you think. Most people believe they can't speak English because they don't know enough vocabulary. Others think their grammar is not good enough. Some people blame their accent. But often, the real reason is much simpler. You have spent years training yourself to understand English. But very little time training yourself to create English. Think about it for a moment. When you study English, what do you usually do? You listen. You read. You watch videos. You memorize words. All of these activities help you receive English. But speaking is different. Speaking is not receiving. Speaking is creating. It's like learning to play the piano. You can watch piano videos every day. You can read books about music. You can memorize every note. But if you never touch the piano, will you be able to play beautifully? Probably not. And speaking English works exactly the same way. I remember talking to a student who felt frustrated with himself. He said, "Anna, I understand your videos very well. But when I try to speak, I feel stupid." I asked him a simple question. "How often do you practice speaking?" He smiled and looked away. The answer was almost never. Not because he was lazy. Because he was afraid. Afraid of making mistakes. Afraid of sounding strange. Afraid that someone would judge him. And maybe you feel that way too. The truth is, speaking English is not only a language skill. It is also an emotional skill. Every time you speak, you become vulnerable. You allow yourself to make mistakes in front of other people. And that can feel uncomfortable. But something beautiful happens when you keep speaking anyway. Little by little, your brain begins to trust itself. You stop translating every sentence. You stop checking every grammar rule. You stop searching for perfect words. And instead, you start communicating. Not perfectly, but naturally. That is the moment real progress begins. So if you can understand English but still struggle to speak, don't be too hard on yourself. Maybe you don't need more vocabulary. Maybe you don't need another grammar book. Maybe you simply need more conversations. More practice. More courage. Because confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking. One sentence at a time. One mistake at a time. One conversation at a time. And one day, without even noticing it, you will answer a question in English naturally. No translation. No panic. Just your own voice. And trust me, that moment feels wonderful. Thank you for listening to Talk to Anna. Take care of yourself, keep practicing slowly, and I'll see you in the next story.